never gets his opportunity if he doesn't fill in for 43 games with the health scare that Steve Kerr dealt with. And the fact that he's been able to make comments about what Ty Lue has gone through speaks volumes about who he is as a person. And also, we hope that all of these coaches in general, it's a strenuous job coaching great players in the travel that is assumed with the position each and every day. Health is most important.
To James. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Hill across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Shot from the lane won't go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
George Hill to Rodney Hood. Rejected by McGee.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Hood. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
They're bound to get on the scoreboard sooner or later if they keep getting open looks like that.
From the painted area, won't go down. To Ball. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Free throw's good. A 3-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Hill into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Gets it in the right corner. Korver to Rodney Hood. Gets it in the left corner. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Ah, that's a 24-second violation. Jay Magic and Kobe Eaton, Jerry West, each one just one with the Lakers. Elgin Baylor didn't win any. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans because when you see the likes of Kobe or Michael Jordan, they won all their championships in the same city. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Hill to Rodney Hood. Here comes the screen. Down low Thompson. Tristan Thompson with the slam.
Just remember an old saying here. You're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in. So it's time to get going.
No love lost. It's Love with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Oh, he had him there for a second. Here's LeBron for 2. Deep 2 there, won't go.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was his shot.
Nice pass to get things going.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. Ball into the front court. Down a point. Cavaliers get possession. To Love. Korver to Hill. Fires the 3, and George Hill good on the quick release for 3.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Ball to the basket, but a shot won't go.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
To Ball. here. Won't go down. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Hill across the timeline. Leads a bucket. To Korver. They'll get it down to Thompson. And count the basket inside. Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Subbing in for the Lakers, number 14, Brandon Ingram.
Ball to Kyle Kuzma. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Just like Linsanity in New York, Kuzmania took L.A. by storm his rookie year. There's no doubt he has crazy talent, but it's his heart that endears him to the fans and his teammates. Even though he was drafted late in the first round, Kyle Kuzma is the one.
The assist from number 9, Channing Frye.
Lonzo Ball. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Hill into the front court. The lead is 2. To J.R. Smith. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Cleveland has the basketball. George Hill. Jay, the Lake franchise, but they are a brand in the NBA. With LeBron James, what do you make of Lake? Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. To George Hill. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Count it. And the foul. He's going to the line for a free throw.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Lonzo Ball at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw up and good. And the 3-point play puts them up early in this one. Clarkson to Colin Sexton. Clarkson to Colin Sexton. Here comes the screen. 5 to shoot for Cleveland. And the rebound taken in by Lonzo. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Brandon Ingram trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 65% free throw shooter. Free throw try off the mark. Ball in possession of Cleveland. Clarkson to Colin Sexton. Nice pass to set things up. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
From long range, good luck telling Lance Stevenson there's a bad shot. It's the tough one.
The eyes of the shooter say everything. His eyes pretty much said, "Are you sure you want to give me the ball here?"
Screen coming. Defense making the ball carrier work. Over to the right side. Lakers have it. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Lance Stevenson, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 68%. And he connects on the first free throw.
Good shot, good shot.
Two for two on that trip.
Oh, I see you been working out, huh? I got ball. Got so far.
Deep three at the buzzer. First quarter in the books. The Lakers have the lead. On to the second quarter. Neither team sees control in the first. Some interesting things, though, certainly on display.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
Jay, last year the Lakers 35-47, but that was before the King headed out west. What impact, obviously, will LeBron James have on this Lakers team and their record?
There's no doubt that I think the Lakers will get over 35 wins. Will they get over 50, though, is the major question. I don't see that happening, considering last year only two teams in the West, Golden State and Houston, had over 50 wins.
West is loaded, so if you don't get over 50, if you're the Lakers, are you still in the playoffs?
I think the Lakers will probably be a 6th seed. Yes, they will be in the playoffs this year.
Good when he's open and when he's not. So dangerous.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Ball. To Stevenson. Doesn't get the bounce. Clarkson with the basketball. They trail by one. It's Clarkson with the slam.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Throws it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Ah, the monster stuff. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a T.
Clarkson with the basketball. Down three. To Colin Sexton. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Offensive board. Oh, working hard there. Colin gets it back up for the slam.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
Ball with the basketball. His team up by one. Knocked loose. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching this shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Into the game for LA, number 23, LeBron James.
James. Won't go down.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipping.
Number 5, J.R. Smith.
To James. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First free throw is good.
I like that one.
And gets both to drop at the line.
Shot, boy.
Hill across the timeline. 2-point advantage. To Love. Hill. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by JaVale McGee. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
For the Los Angeles Lakers, number 0, Kyle Kuzma. And number 5,
Smith.
Tyson Chandler.
Hill. Tough shot. Well defended. To James. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Cavaliers with the basketball. George Hill to Love. From the painted area, won't go down. LeBron into the front court. He'll run the offense. Runner's good there.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Shot from the lane won't go. Another follow, no good. Another follow, stays out. Kevin Love, he's finally on the board, makes his first shot.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
James to Kyle Kuzma. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 7, JaVale McGee.
Hill. Going to launch beyond the arc. You need a brick wall to defend this guy. One of the best in the game, Kyle Korver.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
2 minutes left in the second quarter.
You've got to get that one to go. Hill into the front court. Leads 1. Down low Thompson. And the rebound taken down by the Lakers. Into the front court comes Rondo. Looking to make something happen. And a nice finish at the rim.
I wonder who we're going to see tonight. Playoff Rondo or that other guy? Because when he's on top of his game, there is no one better in terms of IQ and also vision. Unless the offense isn't clicking, expect to see him breaking down the D and ensuring everyone gets fed.
Kevin Love. He's 2 for 2 now.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Caldwell Pope. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go. To James. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end. Cavs at the controls. George Hill to Korver. Thompson. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Hill across the timeline. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Lets it fly from long range. It's good.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
We reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Lakers will start the second half. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Cavaliers aren't down by much after 2 quarters. And without question, they can put themselves in a position to win this game if they continue to rack up the assists. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Game track.
Bench points. The NBA season is long, and these days, starters take rest days. And that's why it's so important to have bench players that can be productive like we're seeing here today.
Player of the half. Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Cleveland has the basketball. George Hill. He's 3 for 7.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Ball to James. Cashes in for 2. Veteran move right there.
Still blows my mind that this young man is 16 years in the NBA, has not had one bad injury, but more importantly, it's about the
And he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Clarkson. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Lonzo with it. Tie game, 3rd quarter. Stevenson to Ball. pushing inside the paint on that one.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Rejected by Thompson.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Clarkson gets it in the right corner. Hill. Offensive rebound to Hill. Fires the three. Count the triple.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
And the finish. Jay, it counts for two, but that was pretty. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
Tristan Thompson at the line for two shots. He wants this number up. 60% career free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. It's James controlling the offense.
Right.
With the slam. Stay out of the way when the train's coming through.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
To Clarkson. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Hill to Clarkson. Cavs with 4 to shoot. Clarkson to George Hill. Shot clock violation. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Subbing in for Los Angeles, number 1, Kentavious.
James to Kyle Kuzma. And the rebound taken by Thompson. To Hill. Good look that time, but off the mark. To Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope. Kyle Kuzma. From the outside. McGee punching it home with the putback slam.
JaVale has such a good nose around the basket until he doesn't.
What are you saying there, Jay?
Nah, it's 50-50 sometimes.
Well, hopefully it's half glass full in this regard. To Stevenson. Count it.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Good shot. No good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Out of bounds the call. Last touch by JaVale McGee. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Sexton to Love. Turned away by LeBron James.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Hart to James. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
There is no better feeling than after making that shot and trotting back on defense, seeing your opponent stare, point, or yell at each other for miscommunication.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. James. To Ball. Has a look. Not that time. Hood. To Colin Sexton. Smith with a shot. It won't fall.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
The drive right to the basket. It's denied by LeBron.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Brandon Ingram at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's struggled so far. One free throw, count it. It's a three-point play, and the lead up to 8. Clarkson with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Colin Sexton. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Ball in possession of Cleveland. Clarkson to Colin Sexton. Beyond the arc for three. Sexton loves the challenge. Flex those muscles. Hit the three.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing now.
Smith. Shot from the lane won't go. Hart. Count the bucket for 2.
And this kid has a chance to be a Laker great. Went from averaging 9 points his rookie year to 16 in his sophomore campaign. Brandon Ingram is a name that you need to recognize.
Here comes the screen. Defense making the ball handler work to J.R. Smith. Clarkson.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Colin Sexton at the line. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up. The Lakers have the lead. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Sexton. They'll get it down to Thompson. It's blocked by Chandler.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Thompson to Rodney Hood. For three. Rodney Hood couldn't get open. Misses the shot.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Cavaliers with the basketball. No good and no foul. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. Oh, they called a foul.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Sexton to Corver. Scores from the post.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week to Josh Hart. Pass stolen by the Cavs.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
And scores.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there is a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
From the painted area, won't go down. A drive, but he can't get it to go. Sexton. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
First one, counted.
Into the game for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Cavs at the controls.
Big pick right there.
George Hill to Rodney Hood. Corbett to Love. Fires the three. No good. That's great defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Hood. Cavs come away with it. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Caldwell Pope. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Hill into the front court. His guys trail by 10. Corbett to George Hill. From long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. To Caldwell Pope. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope trying to cash in on a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. Hill across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Kevin Love. 4 out of 7.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Caldwell Pope. That pass stolen by the Cavs. Hill goes to the right side. Trying to cash in. Wide open look. Won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Stevenson lets it fly from beyond the arc. Second effort to Stevenson. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Hood to Hill. Corver to Love. Five seconds to shoot. Short jumper off the mark. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Hill into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Nothing going here on that drive. Driving right to the basket. Hood shot, no good. Stevenson has a chance. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Hood to George Hill. Has a look. Shot for Hill won't go. To Stevenson. Kuzma. Trying to cash in. Second effort to Caldwell Pope. Stevenson. To Caldwell Pope.
Watch the cutter, man. Hey, I got your help. Get mine.
Shot from in close, no good. Hood to Hill. Off the assist.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Three at the buzzer. The Lakers get the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers got the win with a comfortable scoring margin. And the way they attacked the rim was outstanding. Not only is the dunk a high percentage shot, it's also a great way to test the confidence of the defense. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Cavaliers put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Game track. Bench points.
The Los Angeles Lakers had the kind of bench production that will make any coach proud. NBA games can be made easier when you're working with depth, and that's exactly what happened here today.
Player of the game.
Being able to put up these kind of numbers is always impressive, but having the ability to lead and inspire is something special.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's what's coming up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.